The year 2025 has just begun, and it already seems like the Simpsons' predictions are coming true. The wildfires in Los Angeles have spread terror over thousands of acres, destroying homes. A similar scene was shown in The Simpsons 9 years ago on September 25, 2016, where an American town caught fire for some reason, and the entire city was engulfed in flames and smoke. After the fire was extinguished, the aerial photos of Los Angeles County closely resembled the scene from The Simpsons in a shocking manner. But how much truth is there to this? What is the secret behind The Simpsons predicting the future years in advance? You must have seen this photo multiple times before. The one from 2017, where Donald Trump, Saudi King Salman, and the Egyptian president placed their hands on a glowing orb. This photo is already mysterious, but the real question is, how did The Simpsons predict the exact same scene in 2002? What is the real truth behind this? Is it really true that powerful people have already planned everything in advance? And besides the Los Angeles wildfires, which other Simpsons predictions have a chance of coming true in 2025? The Simpsons is a legendary animated sitcom that first aired before most of us were even born, on December 17, 1989. Since then, over 700 episodes have been released, making it the longest-running scripted show in both cartoon and drama categories in history. Initially, this cartoon was very popular among children, but now it has no age limit, primarily because of the events it portrays that later turn out to be true in the real world. There is a massive list of Simpsons predictions that have come true in the past. In a 1998 episode, Homer Simpson was shown standing in front of a blackboard, writing a mathematical equation in an attempt to invent something new. At the time, this clip didn't attract much attention, but 14 years later in 2012, scientists discovered the Higgs boson particle, also known as the God particle. The Higgs boson is a fundamental particle that gives everything its mass. Without this particle, nothing would have weight, and perhaps there would be no shining stars, planets, or even our existence in this universe. That is why it is called the God particle. The discovery of the Higgs boson was astonishing, but what's even more surprising is that the equation Homer wrote on the blackboard in that 1998 episode was very close to calculating the actual mass of the Higgs boson. Moving forward, in a March 1995 episode, Lisa was shown visiting London. In the scene, the famous Big Ben Tower was shown, along with the London Bridge in the background. However, there was one element in the image that didn't exist at the time, a cone-shaped skyscraper. How did The Simpsons predict that exactly 17 years later, in the same location, a skyscraper of the same shape would be built, which is now known as the Shard? Construction of this building only began in 2009, 14 years after that Simpsons episode aired. How can such a huge coincidence be possible? Even if we accept that this was merely a coincidence, then what about this? In a 1998 episode, the logo of 20th Century Fox was shown. There was nothing unusual about this logo, but if you look closely below it, it read, a division of Walt Disney Co. However, at that time, 20th Century Fox Studios was not owned by Walt Disney. 21 years after this episode aired, Walt Disney actually bought 21st and 20th Century Fox Studios. In the year 2000, a Simpsons episode titled Bart to the Future depicted Lisa as the President of the United States. She mentioned inheriting a financial crisis caused by the previous president's policies, specifically naming President Trump. At the time this episode was released, Trump was a well-known businessman, but there was no indication that he would ever become president. This clip only went viral 16 years later in 2016, when Trump actually became the US president for the first time. In another scene, The Simpsons showed Trump descending an escalator, and this scene was exactly replicated in real life in 2015 when Trump rode down an escalator in Trump Tower to announce his candidacy to the media. In a 1998 Simpsons episode, Lisa showed a list of people she predicted would win the Nobel Prize in the future. If you look closely at the list, you will see the name Bengt R. Holmstrom. The surprising thing is that this episode was released in 1998, but in 2016, Bengt Holmstrom actually won the Nobel Prize. These are just some of the Simpsons predictions that made this animated series incredibly famous. People are astonished at how the Simpsons can predict the future so accurately. The same questions that are in your mind are also in mine, but let's try to find their answers. In an episode, Lisa visits London and sees a digital clock on the famous Big Ben Tower instead of an analog one. It seems impossible to permanently replace Big Ben's clock with a digital one, but it is not entirely out of the question. If it were done temporarily for a special event, it would be a historic moment. In 2022, renovations were carried out on Big Ben, during which there was some discussion about the possibility of temporarily digitizing the clock for a special occasion. Could 2025 be the year when this actually happens? Only time will tell. Next on our list is the prediction of a female US president. There has never been a female president in American history, but The Simpsons predicted that there would be one. Hillary Clinton ran for election in 2016, but was unsuccessful. In 2024, Kamala Harris also tried her luck, but now Donald Trump has been re-elected and will take office on January 20th, 2025. So how does a female president fit into 2025? This idea originated from another Simpsons scene where a small badge read, Ivanka 2028. It's possible that Trump's daughter Ivanka might announce her candidacy for the 2028 election in 2025. However, as of now, she is not actively involved in American politics. Another prediction that might come true in 2025 was shown in a 2010 episode, The Full Monty, where Mr. Burns developed a device to control people's minds against their will. Now, billionaire Elon Musk, who most people know as the owner of Tesla, SpaceX, and Starlink, also owns another company called Neuralink. Neuralink has been working for years on a device that will connect the human brain to computers. Initially, its purpose is to help with paralysis, Alzheimer's, and epilepsy, but a prototype of this device is expected to be unveiled in 2025. Many of The Simpsons predictions that seemed like jokes at the time have now become reality, thanks to technological advancements. However, the truth is that The Simpsons does not actually predict the future. Instead, it is a combination of clever observations, coincidences, and trend analysis. The writers of The Simpsons are highly talented and closely monitor technology, politics, and global trends. Many ideas shown in the show were already being discussed in science and media before they were animated. In the end, while The Simpsons has made some astonishingly accurate predictions, many were just coincidences, exaggerated trends, or even deliberate fabrications that went viral on social media.